trouble with these tail feathers coming out.
Yep.
But that
Everybody does.
is a nicely plucked bird.
Mm-hmm. Ready for dressing.
Ready for dressing.
Okay, we're recording. So today we were gonna do a review on the Rite Farm product Pro Plucker that we got from, I can't remember right now, I'll have to add that in. Coops&More. We got this from Coops&More. Okay, so we used this last year. This is our second season with it, and like I said, I ordered it last year. It was a fairly good price from Coops&More. This is the extra large one that's capable of doing turkeys, or four large chickens at one time. We do 3. That's just what we think it can handle. Okay, so we ordered it, no problem. They had like a limited stock, so that was one issue. You want to make sure that they're in stock. Everything went really well during shipping, which is really one of my only complaints about this, and it has nothing to do with Coops&More or Rite Farm products, but it has to do with the shipping. And somewhere in shipping, I was following the tracking, and it was going, and then it stopped at this place and stayed for a day, and then it would get shipped to another town and then back, and then to another town and back. It did that like 3 times. I called, I believe his name's Jeremy Metcalf, or I actually emailed him, told him, you know, look, I've worked in the shipping industry. This means that there's damage and the label's damaged and they're having problems getting it through. Anyway, he rightfully kind of stalled me. I was basically pre-planning to get a broken plucker. Anyway, so it got here and I was right. There was some forklift damage to the crate. It had rubbed off the label and they had to get another label put. So that's shipping, right? Nothing to do with Rite Farm, nothing to do with Coops&More. We all hope we have good shipping all the time, but it doesn't happen like that. So then we get on to the damage. Like there's things like this that I have seen in other reviews where they explain it away as this being handmade in their fabrication shop. Like they kind of paint the picture. There's a couple guys back in there, Julio and Mark, back in there, you know, slaving away, building this all by hand. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do forgive stuff like this. Having worked construction, you know that if you suck the screw in too far, it's going to bend your steel. Ooh, it looks like we're missing a screw there.
Yeah, we're missing a screw there, and then that right there is
yeah, okay, and it did come with missing a thing. That's not a big deal. I figured I'd just replace that the first time we bought extra fingers. But the damage from shipping was basically right here. We got lucky and it's completely functioning, and I'm happy to have it, so we're not gonna dare send this back anywhere. Like I said, we've used it before. One of our complaints is, as you can see, the feathers stuck right in here. It's hard to see because Naomi's working on getting them out, and what she's doing is a trick that we've learned. She has to push the nipple through so she can get to the back of it right there, and then push it back the other way and brush the feathers off. And when it came, the inside was lined with this blue plastic. You can still see a piece of it, and I assumed we were supposed to take it off, but it went under these nipples, and I'm not sure if I was supposed to take that off or not. I'm pretty sure I was, but once I took that off, there's a heck of a gap between the nipple and the tub itself, and feathers get wrapped around that, and it's very hard to take off and clean.
Yeah, you can see this one here. It's one of the first ones I haven't worked on yet.
Yeah, you can see the feathers back there.
Yeah.
Okay, so not a big deal. That's something that we have to deal with. And other than that, this plucker last season. It may even be a little overpowered. We actually, if you leave a couple of chickens in there too long, these big Cornish crosses, it'll break legs and
It'll
stuff.
break legs, yeah.
And you know, just a side story, when you scald them too much and then put them in this thing, you'll have chicken stew in there, because it just eviscerates them. But that was part of our learning curve with scalding. We scalded them a little too much, and
Partially cooked chicken falls apart when you put it in here.
yeah, we'll partially cook it, and plus they were chickens that had expired. They were non-planned. Anyway, so we're gonna do a processing tonight, and we'll get into the performance of this thing, and we'll show you. There's really, like, you see it perform once, you know what it's all about. This is the real deal. Just as a side note, Jeremy Metcalf at Coops&More, outstanding customer service. You know, I'm sorry that I had to bug him so much about shipping. It was no fault of his own, but I was, as I said, pre-planning for getting a destroyed product. But it came in, it works great. We'll have to test it up. We'll have to plug it in and test it here pretty quick.
You used this twice last year?
Yeah, we used it three times.
3 times.
The unplanned one and then 2 planned. So it's got a couple of processings under it. Works really great. I would not do this if we did not have this plucker.
No.
That's straight up. We tried to do it once. We got like I think 10 or 15 meat birds, and we thought, oh yeah, we'll just butcher them by hand and skin them. Yeah, that's a pain in the eyes. I swore I'd never do that again. Of course, I didn't know what I was doing, but okay, we'll see you in a little bit.